Hello everyone, and now welcome to a 2v2 matchup between Celebrate and Sunny versus XiaoY and Clannad. I'll probably just refer to them as colors. Why every 2v2 game we cast is a different map? Well, that's because there are 12 maps in the current map pool, and it should be a pretty interesting game here as things do get underway. Actually, 11 maps in the map pool, and well, W3 Champions is doing a great job trying to keep the meta actually interesting by introducing new maps every season, or at least making some minor alterations and changes. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down. The teal color up here on the top left is actually corresponds to, well, Celebrate and Sunny. So Celebrate spawning as the red orc, meanwhile Sunny spawning as the red human, going up against a teal human here who is XiaoY, and then Clannad's spawning as the teal night elf. Human orc versus human night elf in this 2v2 matchup here on Phantom Grove 2.0. Now, this 2v2 starting locations, you're actually rather far apart from your partner, as we're looking at Sunny opening things up with a very early blacksmith. Interesting to see this very early blacksmith being placed down. Lumber may be an issue for Sunny, as he will not be able to tech to tier 2 while trying to build riflemen, if that is in fact his strategy. That does seem to be a strategy there. His paladin is coming out a little bit delayed there. It is going to be rifleman paladin early on. Devotion aura coupled with holy light, a good job at trying to keep your units alive. Off to the north here, we're looking at the Archmage now about to make its way out, but also we're looking at riflemen coming in from the other human player as well. So both human players going for riflemen. However, the teal team here opting to go for an Archmage, while the red team opting to go for a Paladin. This is the much more traditional build for that unkillable, invincible army with high devotion aura and that high Paladin. As we're looking at a Demon Hunter coming in from the Night Elf. Alright, Demon Hunter easily clearing out this creep camp here, picking up Slippers of Agility +3, bonus damage, bonus armor. If the Demon Hunter wasn't already hard enough to kill, he does have a very strong melee damage, a very powerful tanky type of hero in that front line, who also mitigates quite a bit of damage as well. Coming back through, well, we're gonna have to watch all of the mini map here, as there are so many ways to get to your opponent that, well, you can actually get caught off guard if you are not prepared. As well, you may think you're walking towards your opponent, never see your opponent at all, only to realize that they took a different route to get into your base. Paladin does have Slippers of Agility here, going to be a little bit more difficult to take out. Armor, very important on the Paladin, since he has no way to really heal himself early on aside from using items. Alright, tech to tier 2 has already begun, and we are looking at more farms being placed down here. 27 over 30 supply, as well, militia now being called over to try and clear out of this creep camp. Some of the militia, well, not even realizing that they forgot to pick up their weapons at all. Paladin looking to clean things up here. Meanwhile, off to the north, well, Spirit Wolves doing a little bit of poke damage across the human base here. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter trying to figure out where his opponent is, doesn't see him at all, and now gonna perhaps try and retreat back. Paladin has gotten to level 2, has gotten that devotion aura, and has picked up a very important Ring of Regeneration, a non-consumable item that gives that Paladin a much easier time in trying to heal up, as we're looking at that Paladin now in that front line spot there. Alright, Forest Wolf is going to get taken down here. That Forest Wolf is going to take quite a bit of damage. As you can see, Holy Light back there. Now we're going to finish off this Ice Troll Warlord. May have actually made a bit more sense to try and have this Rifleman absorb a bit more of that damage, as opposed to the Paladin, as the Paladin's damage sticks on a bit more. You can see Ring of Protection +3. Not quite the item that I would have expected from a 622 creep camp. Seems a bit under-leveled here, as, well, I'm not 100% familiar with Phantom Grove 2.0. Demon Hunter now looking to retreat back down to 65, down to 21 hit points. And wow, talk about a very close call right there. The searing arrows of those burning archers deal quite a bit of damage. And now, are we going to see this burning archer, well, finish off the Demon Hunter? No, we are not. He's down to 29 hit points again. Not really. Hillsbrad Creek casted more than others, I think. All right, Demon Hunter going to come back down, going to finish things off, and now head back off to the north. Demon Hunter playing a very, very, well, dangerous game. Could have been taken out by creeps. Was down below 30 hit points multiple times. And even if he didn't get taken out by creeps, well, he must have had very strong map awareness. Beautiful body blocking by, well, Deny right there. Beautiful body blocking, and now perhaps going to get a grunt for all of his efforts. One or two more shots. Yes, he gets the damage there. All right, riflemen are running around in circles. Grunts are trying to rack up damage. All right, another grunt coming back in from the other side. Farseer sitting at level 1, does have Scroll of Speed. Archmage still sitting at level 1. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter is racking up a large army with a bunch of archers as well. All right, so the battle of the brains, both intellect-based heroes are constantly harassing each other, trying to rack up damage onto each other. Meanwhile, the Paladin and the Demon Hunter have been playing, well, their game versus the computer, and are going to be coming in with, well, full hit point armies and higher level heroes. All right, Farsi are going to try and retreat or continue this pressure here, but going to come across the army of the Demon Hunter and archers. There's a mana burn right there, quite a round of wave of damage as the Demon Hunter, well, kind of try and close in on that distance. There's another mana burn right there. I believe that Farseer was in the single digits, maybe even 1 hit point left after that mana burn. And wow, healing salve keeping him alive. Shadow Hunter perhaps going to try and get in a healing wave. Nope, it has a Hex instead. Could try and place down a Hex onto that Demon Hunter here, as we're going to be looking at a bit of an engagement. Demon Hunter going to be coming back around. There's some of that damage. Is he going to get Hex? No, he is not. Backed away. Yeah, 1 or 2 hit points. By the time I clicked on the Farseer, he was at 2 hit points, but he could have been down to that single digit hit point there, as we're looking at the Alchemist now joining in on the battle, throwing down an acid bomb and allowing the archers with that focus fire damage to be able to finish off and pick up or clean up the rest of the remaining units. Meanwhile, back here on the bottom right, we see Sunny now going to go ahead and teleport back. He's sitting at level 4, does have a Book of the Dead and Wand of the Moon. There is a chain of a siphon mana going from one to the other. Demon Hunter losing a bit of mana. Are we going to see a mana burn onto the Demon or Blood Mage? No, we are not, as the Blood Mage ends up getting surrounded into a corner. All right, that Book of the Dead, just exactly what the doctor ordered. Sunny being able to bring in a good amount of defense here, especially with that level 4 Paladin who has level 2 Devotion Aura. That level 2 Devotion Aura giving additional 3.5 armor to all of these units. You like Phantom Grove 2.0 so far? It reminds me of a lot of other 2v2 maps so far. It makes for a different style of play compared to, say, Synergy, where you are spawning so close to your opponent. It almost feels like you're casting 2 1v1 games at the same time, as trying to get on the same page as your partner just takes so much coordination and effort. Paladin gonna go ahead and Holy Light right there. Tight corridors too, yeah, exactly. Perfect reason why both sides are opting to go for a lot of ranged units. You do not want your all of your ranged units or all of your melee units not being able to engage, as they're trying to run around and get in the proper positioning. Archmage, Blood Mage, and then go ahead and try and dive on in here. Burrows do not have the fortified armor, and well, that means that heavy armored burrow has a giant target, but now raiders are now coming in from behind as well. A lot of repairs to try and keep that orc burrow alive. One orc burrow is going to be lost, but at what cost, as riflemen and other units are getting lost as well. All right, Scroll of Town Portal used in order to, well, get a timely retreat, as we should be seeing another orc burrow being placed down to replace the one that was lost and no longer be supply blocked. 1-1 upgrades on those riflemen. I wouldn't be surprised if level 2 weapon upgrades are already underway. No tech to tier 3 though, as the Paladin is just, well, doing a great job keeping this entire army all topped off, while the Blood Mage, well, with plus 10 intelligence, 495 mana at level 2, should have no problem keeping that Paladin, well, full on mana. Meanwhile, more pressure still coming into the top left-hand side of the map. Healing Wave to try and keep the pressure or keep some of that healing there, as we're looking at the orc army not being able to even stay inside his base of a giant frostwolf. I'm not quite sure why it is so far out into this fight here, as we're looking at so many tight quarters. In comes the other army here as well, as both sides are going to fight here. Mountain giants, illusions also joining in on the battle, trying to figure out which ones are the right ones and which ones are fake, are going to be rather difficult. Some healing wave going down across. Siphon mana, just trying to pull mana, and only the blood mages have any sort of real mana, as that paladin needs to get some big mana as well, and perhaps try and holy light back up some of those friendly units. All right, siphon mana coming back the other way, and the paladin is going to be able to get any more mana. This blood mage needs to get mana back from the level 1 blood mage, and there's a quick hex right there as well, but it should only been used while the blood mage was actually actively trying to channel something. All right, paladin continuing to heal here. There's some more, blood mage, chain lines going all across the map, as still the units are just trying to head back every which way. Blood mage gets up to level 2 for the teal side, but this battle is just sprawling multiple screens, trying to keep track of all of the action, nearly impossible, as the militia has now turned back into peasants and may start to try and build some buildings as well. All right, the red army should be able to push on in here. Paladin gets up to level 5. Is he going to go for level 3 devotion aura? Yes, he does. Blood mage gets taken down at level 2, as they are still continuing to push their way through. Paladin so quick to get to level 3 or level 3 devotion aura, as you're looking at peasant after peasant just falling. So much focus fire going down, and now the mountain giants, even with their medium armor, not going to be able to easily fight back against all this. Are we going to see a staff of preservation? No, we are not. There it is. There's the staff of preservation coming in from the alchemist, as the riflemen were trying their best to keep all of that alive. Spirit link on the rifleman as well, so that's going to even top off even further how much damage that they can try and absorb here, as the rifleman army is pretty much by himself right now. Where is the rest of the orc army? Shadowhunter sitting at level 2. I don't see the Farseer anywhere, as the Farseer are going to come in from the other side here and then realize, wait a second, he's low on hit points as well. Farseer trying to get away, will be able to get away. Demon Hunter trying to catch up. Mountain Giant coming back across here. Where's the Farseer perhaps going to try and go? Has a scroll of speed, and then is he going to be able to get away? That is the question there. Summoning in some additional Spirit Wolves, as a Grunt gets and blocks the path further. Meanwhile, Rifleman, Paladin continuing to fight their way through. Spirit Walkers easily going to get taken down, not in that ethereal form, as the Mountain Giants are just constantly taunting to try and absorb damage. Blood Mage. All right, more peasants just easily getting taken out. Once more, Riflemen. Are they going to get healed up even further? Triple Mountain Giants here. Very, very difficult to finish off, as the Shadowhunter comes back out here onto the battlefield, as the Paladin perhaps needs the Holy Light, the Farseer, and that Shadowhunter. Otherwise, they're just going to be constantly within harass range for that Demon Hunter here. So difficult to keep track of all of the units. The Paladin has mana. Paladin has friendly units to try and Holy Light, but has not been able to consistently do that. Meanwhile, the Alchemist here continuing to use Healing Spray fairly effectively, as the Blood Mage going to go ahead and drain some mana from that Demon Hunter. All right, units coming back every which way. Some more Holy Light coming down. Paladin low on mana, needs to get more mana as well. Demon Hunter sitting at level 3, nearly at level 4, as the Riflemen are just shooting their way through. Mountain Giants, this is a perfect positioning for Teal. Mountain Giants in the front, range units in the back in a tight corridor to try and maximize that effectiveness. And with the Blood Mage without Flame Strike, unable to really create any zoning efforts. This is just mass Mountain Giants in that front line spot, as well. We see, what is that? A lot of missing on that target. Perhaps the Demon Hunter was in that front line spot, and you can see how often those Riflemen succumb to that evasion. All right, Riflemen now 3-2 upgrades, could be going into 3-3 upgrades. Riflemen already at 9 armor, could go up to 11, as the Blood Mages siphon mana from each other as well. All right, are we going to start to see the fall of Mountain Giants? That is the big question. Another Mountain Giant down to 15 hit points. It finally gets taken down, as each Mountain Giant represents 1,600 hit points, or even more if you consider the Riflemen and that reduced damage that they deal against that medium armor. All right, more healing getting back underway. No scroll of healings that I see on this army here. More mana burn coming back across. There's going to be some ensnares. Are we going to see some perhaps holy light onto the Farseer, or at least healing up the Shadow Hunters or some of those other units? But no, still only healing up all of the human army here as we see more Siphon mana coming back on through. There's that Drain mana. We could see a Blood Demon Hunter mana burn back the other way here in just a moment. Blood Mage now trying to retreat back, and still this battle has been going on for what seems like 7 minutes, just trying to constantly get into position. Mountain Giants are now just dancing in the back until they can finally get within melee range again, as the Blood Mage with healing a wave able to keep up all of these frontline units. Blood Mage needs to drain mana out of that Alchemist, yes, to make sure that there is no more healing waves, as that damage is just not sticking on those very, very beefy Mountain Giants. Alchemist gets up to level 3. Alchemist gets banished for the save right there. Are we going to perhaps see the Demon Hunter? Yes. No, Staff of Preservation for the save transferred from the Alchemist back over, as the fight is still getting underway. Mountain Giant still trying to find additional targets. Holy Light trying to keep up all of the Riflemen here. Mana burn onto the Blood Mage. Blood Mage now trying to retreat back. Beautiful fighting going on back and forth, and so much Spirit Link. Riflemen really need one scroll of regeneration. This Demon Hunter, if it comes across at the right position, could really cause problems. Shadow Hunter has fallen at level 2, and a very, very strong play by the Red Army, but still may not be enough. Paladin sitting at level 5. You can see more Mountain Giants joining in on the battle here, turning back around. Demon Hunter going to try and engage. They're unable to get the mana burn off, as the Paladin now pushes back the other way. Alchemist now back out here onto the battlefield. Are we going to see the Alchemist get taken down? Alchemist now double backs the other way around. Meanwhile, there is a lot of damage going on inside of the Red Army here. Mountain Giants in the front, Riflemen in the back. As you can see, all the units are still retreating back here. Expansion is underway by Sunny. Is this the reason why they're able to hold on? But it's still not. It still may not be enough, as Sunny is now forced to retreat all the way back. No Riflemen at all, as we now are looking into a transition into Griffins. All right, a transition into Griffins. I don't believe that is going to work out well. Scroll of Regeneration, need to heal up all of these units, perhaps try and Scroll of Town Portal to try and save here. But all of these Orc Burrows do not have any fortified armor, as the Mountain Giants are still running rabid through the base in this front line spot. All right, still no Scroll of Town Portal. Going 2 bases to 1 is not going to be a good spot, and there is the GG. A beautiful, beautiful hold, but still not enough at all. That is going to be the game. Celebrate and Sunny losing to, I need to remember who the other players were. Celebrating and losing to XiaoY and Clannad. A beautiful game, a beautiful hold, but still not quite enough. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.